Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this orientation program for the Campus Drive for Women Chartered Accountants. I'm very happy that I've been joined by many women members who have participated in this drive. We are very happy and glad that we are being joined by our chairman, Anuj Goel Sir, Central Council member. He's the chairman for Committee for Members in Industry and Business, who has taken this initiative for this year to start a special drive for our women members. He's an esteemed council member and being associated with various committees and with ICS since last 19 years. Without taking much time, I will request my chairman, sir, who has taken this pioneer initiative for the women members of Chartered Accountants. Over to you, chairman, sir.
Thank you very much, C. Anita Suneja ma'am, our honorable secretary for this very, very important committee for members in industry and business, and all the officials of CMIB, and all the women chartered accountants who are with us from each and every part of the country and outside the country also. I welcome all of you on behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and on behalf of Committee for Members in Industry and Business. So this initiative we have taken for the best of the chartered accountants, the women chartered accountants, whose contribution is extraordinary. And we are very well aware. We are having Preeti ma'am, our honorable Central Council member and chairperson of Committee Women Committee for Women Empowerment, and under whose leadership we are trying to see that how we can really do something very, very concrete for the best of the chartered accountants, the women chartered accountants of the country. And we are very well aware that women, particularly Indian women, are having great responsibility on their shoulders, and they have to take care of the family also. They have to take care of the children also, and at times they have to displace from their original place after marriage also. So we have taken this very, very important initiative, and I am really very happy that Preeti ma'am is trying her best to see that how we can really do something very, very concrete for the best of the chartered accountants, the women chartered accountants of India. And of course, you are very well aware that in normal course, the campus placement is the main placement drive of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Committee for Members in Industry and Business, and even the industry is also used to that after the result is declared, for the newly qualified chartered accountants, we are the having the placement drive. But now we are having the thrust, and we do understand that we have to cater the needs of those chartered accountants also, who may be having the experience of 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. So this is a humble beginning in which we are trying our level best to see that how we can have more and more vacancies. We will certainly be having our women placement drive once again very soon. And Preeti ji has already decided that if any chartered accountant will not be getting the opportunity to get employed through this placement drive, whatever nominal amount we are taking, we will be giving that back to that chartered accountant. Even if we got offer from any industry, and ultimately we couldn't accept that offer, then also we will be refunding that humble amount contribution which the women chartered accountants have made for this placement drive. Of course, we are trying how the work from home, which is now the buzz of the day, and the women chartered accountants are the best suited for the work from home, and ultimately the end users, the trade and industry, has to get its work done. So the flexi hours, which is best suited for the women chartered accountants, whether they will do some work in the morning, some work in the afternoon, some work in the late evening, ultimately through flexi hours, the needful can be contributed by the women chartered accountants. And of course, we are trying to see that how we can ensure that if not on full time basis, some women chartered accountants are in a position to contribute, then how part time basis the placement can also be done. Of course, there is a limited interest of the industries as of now for the part time, but I am quite confident with the help and support of Preeti Savla ma'am, who is leading the committee for the women and is contributing in a great way for the women empowerment. We will be in a position to ensure that more and more vacancies do come for the part-time work also. So I am very well aware that Indian chartered accountants are the best accounting professionals across the globe, and the women chartered accountants are the best among the lot. How we can take the benefit of their expertise for the development of the country. I think that is very, very important. If India is now on the 4th place, we have crossed Japan. I think a great contribution of the members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and particularly the women chartered accountants. And I'm quite confident that very soon, with the help and support of the women chartered accountants, we will be overpassing the Germany also, and we will be reaching to the 3rd place as far as the world economy is concerned. So I will not be taking your further time, but you must be very well aware that the women who, for one reason or another, will not be getting any opportunity, you are not have to disheartened, because immediately, Preeti ma'am, we are starting our 24/7 job portal, and we are putting our best to see that how our experienced chartered accountants also, and newly qualified, say 1 year back, 2 year back, 3 year back, one has qualified, can also get the opportunity, and with a special emphasis of the women chartered accountants. So we will try our level best to see that how we can generate maximum vacancies, how on those vacancies the women chartered accountants can be placed, and immediately thereafter, Preeti ma'am, we will be having 24/7 job portal. But we have put it on hold because this placement drive is very, very important for us. So we are trying to put our 100% for this women placement drive, and with the help and support of Preeti Savla ma'am, I assure each and every woman chartered accountant that we will put our 100% to see that how each and every woman chartered accountant who is interested for the placement can get the best of the opportunity in this placement drive also, and then 24/7 placement portal, which we are launching immediately after this placement drive. So I once again welcome all of you on behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and on behalf of the Committee for Members in Industry and Business. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairman Sir, for your kind words and kick-starting this project and orientation program. We have the interviews scheduled for tomorrow for women candidates. We are fortunate to have Preeti ma'am also with us. Preeti ma'am is the chairperson of Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. And I will request Preeti ma'am to kindly shower her words to our women candidates who will go for interview for tomorrow. Over to you, Preeti ma'am.
At the outset, good morning to all of you. and wishing you the happy birthday to Anuj Bhai, because today is his birthday, and we can see the commitment towards the fraternity and the institute, because on his birthday also he is working for the institute and addressing to all the members.
Thank you very
So
much.
happy birthday, and have a great year ahead,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anuj Bhai.
Thank you
Right?
very much.
And as regards to this woman placement is concerned, we have tried our best. This is the third year consecutively in which we are planning this women placement drive. This is a joint initiative by Committee for Members in Industry of ICI and Women Members Excellence Committee. Friends, let me tell all of you the history about this placement program. So, actually, we do not want any gender bias or gender inequality for the males or the females as such. However, it was thought some 3 4 years back that women members are actually are not able to work whole time because of certain constraints, either in the family front or various other issues are there. And accordingly we have thought actually to come out with the concept of, and because of the blessings of again COVID, the work from home has also been started. And we have started this initiative for the women, specifically for part-time work, flexi hours work, and work from home basically. As such, CMIB is already doing various placement programs, such as for immediately for the newly qualified members, as well as their career ascent. Some placement ascent is there who have already doing the job and want to change the job and go to the next level. So all those initiatives CMIB is already doing. However, this was a thought of this. I welcome C. Rajesh Sharma ji, who is a Vice Chairman of CMIB. Welcome, Rajesh bhai. Friends, coming back, what I was saying, so that was an initiative. Ki we shall give the opportunity, and we are connected to some of the industries, companies, so that they can also offer this flexi and the part-time work and work from home for the women members. So this is the background and the history of this initiative. However, over a period of time when we have started, we have done this year also, we have thought okay, we should again continue this exercise, and we have opened the Google form and everything. However, when we reached out to the companies, the scenario again has been changed, right? Majority of the companies have now already from the flexi or the part work from home, they want the people, their members on the floor to work with them. Okay, the part-time work concept, the flexi and the part-time work concept has been reduced a lot. However, we have received various vacancies, right? And then we are trying that we get that 100% vacancies occupied, which the companies have offered. So we are continuously trying hard so that our women members get the best of the opportunities. One more thing also I want to appraise to all of you, which I am getting the feedbacks and the responses from the women members. Even if they want to work part time, it may be difficult. If you have worked say full time and you have got the package say 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, right? And if you are planning to work from home or the part time work, right? Please do. And if you have a break of say 2 years, 5 years, 3 years, it may not be possible for you immediately to get that much salary and that much package also. But your first objective is to restart the work, do the work, and once you gain the experience, automatically your package will be that at par with the others. So my humble request to each and everyone who have joined, right, to please ensure that you are first getting occupied with the professional work. So please don't measure with only amount what you are getting, and that should be the restarting strategy, right? So these are certain points I thought which are very important and the scenario which is actually changing over a period of time, we also have to see if we are there with the work scenario, with the scenario in the economy which is going on. However, it is our endeavor to serve the best to our fraternity. The decision in CMIB is also been taken that if you are not getting occupied, then we'll refund you the amount which has been taken, which is also very nominal amount, which has been taken for registration. So we are doing all this initiative for the betterment of our fraternity. See how you are positively responding to this, right? We are trying our best of the efforts to ensure that everyone is getting the getting occupation. They are professionally occupied to the best of their work. However, we have to cooperate, and we need your cooperation for all these initiatives. This will motivate each one of us to ensure that over a period of time, all the women members are getting occupied. With these words, I wish you all the best, and it is our endeavor to serve the best to our fraternity, and wish you all the best for the forthcoming interviews. If you have any question, feel free to connect with us instead of going to any social media, right? So, wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Preeti ma'am. In fact, your words have created a lot of confidence among our women participants. Now we are also joined with our council member, Sri Rajesh Sharma ji. He is the vice chairman of this committee for industry and business, sir. Rajesh Sharma, sir.
His connection got disconnected.
I think so. His connection has got
रवि सर
disconnected.
ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं रुचि?
He's in meeting, ma'am.
Ravi sir is in a meeting, ma'am. So he is trying to join, but he's occupied in a meeting right now.
And what about Ravi Patwaji?
He's also in a meeting, ma'am. He will not
Huh?
He's in a meeting. He will not be able to join.
Ma'am, Ravi Patwaji sir is in a meeting. So he is, it is difficult for him to join. But during the course of the webinar, he is saying that he will try to join. Over to Rajesh Sharma ji. Rajesh Sharma sir, you have joined, sir.
Sir, in 1 minute, I think there is some.
Not an issue, sir. Take your time, sir. Till that time, I will brief my women candidates that after the session of our leadership, we will be having 2 sessions on HR. One is session on how to face interview and group discussions. That will be taken by our speaker, Mr. Anant Raman. Then we will be having a session on expectation of HRs from chartered accountants. That will be taken by Govind Mishra ji. We have been also joined by our faculties. So I think so these 2 sessions will enlighten our women chartered accountants as to what should be their approach while they appear for the interviews tomorrow, and also as to the approach on how to take their career forward. It's not only up to for the interviews which are going tomorrow, but also on how to take life, how to have a work-life balance, and also how to improve upon yourself so that you can actually excel in the area of your profession. I see, I do understand that some of... Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you
I'm
are
audible.
audible, sir. You are audible, sir.
I think I have reached the network in 20 seconds. I am starting. Yeah.
We will wait for some minutes so that Rajesh Sharma sir again joins back. His network is slightly, there is a problem. Now he's there.
Yeah, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, clear and audible,
Fine.
sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Anita. I think we have here our chairman of CMIB, Anuj Goyal ji. First of all, let me congratulate him. This is his birthday. My best wishes to him from my side and other chartered accountant side also for having a great life ahead. And Preeti Savla ma'am, who is of course our chairman of Women Excellence Committee. Ravi, we are missing. He's not here at present. So under the dynamic leadership of Anuj and Preeti madam, we have organized this program. And all the attendees who have joined this today's orientation just before the women. Am I fine? I think there is some. Okay. So just before the campus placement for women, which we have planned, I can share you with few of the data that around 5,000 chartered accountants have applied for this. And we have around 47 companies, if I am not wrong, around 47 companies. And around 500-600 vacancies are there. So we have tried our best, but due to certain things, definitely there are challenges. And with the support of both Preeti ma'am and Anuj bhai, we'll definitely try that. Once more, we'll be holding such program in future. So let me be very clear and let me give few points specifically for the campus. The first and foremost thing, you are giving this campus on a virtual mode. When you are appearing for a virtual mode, you need to ensure you are dressed well, number one. Number two, you sit straight in a chair, table. You ensure that the lighting of the room is proper. The third thing, you need to know that the network in which you are working, that network should be proper. And fourth thing, you need to know that you need to appear with confidence. That is most required. A person who is interviewing you for few minutes wants to judge your pulse, whether you can take the organization ahead. That is required. Friends, you all are custodian of country's wealth, you chartered accountants. I always say to chartered accountants that you are positive professional. Why I say that? एक एडवोकेट कब बढ़ता है? जब लिटिगेशन क्राइम बढ़ती है. एक डॉक्टर कब बढ़ता है? जब बीमारियां महामारियां बढ़ती है. You grow with the country. You grow with the client. You grow with the economy. So I will always say you all are positive professionals. और बहुत मेहनत और मुशक्कत से आपने अपने नाम के सामने ये दो लेटर जोड़े हैं. Letter CA. It is not very easy. Not very easy. So I can say it is a joint program of both the committees, Women Excellence Committee. Now it is named as Women Excellence Committee. और इससे पहले इसको बोला जाता था Women Empowerment Committee. And I always used to say, women तो आदिकाल से empowered है, तो उनको क्या empower करोगे? तो उनका नाम चेंज होना चाहिए था. तो Women Excellence Committee इसका नाम रखा गया है. It is a perfect name, I can say, because women are empowered since आदिकाल. I give an example. कि आदिकाल में फाइनेंस लक्ष्मी माता के पास थी, एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री सरस्वती माता के पास थी, पावर मिनिस्ट्री, डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री दुर्गा माता के पास थी. That here country forward because it is the aim of the Prime Minister to have women-led development. Friends, कॉन्फिडेंस की पूरी जरूरत रहती है. मैं मानता हूं हमारी कुछ वुमेन जो कुछ दिनों से जॉब में नहीं है या वर्क फ्रॉम होम पे है या पार्शियली काम करती हैं, उनका कॉन्फिडेंस डाउन हो जाता है ड्यू टू मैटरनिटी लीव, ड्यू टू स्मॉल चिल्ड्रन. फुल तरीके से वो पूरा समय नहीं दे पा रही हैं. एंड आई कैन नो कि वैसे समय पे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा डाउन होता है. उस अगर हम डाउन, आप सीए के एग्जाम क्लियर करे हो, वाइडेस्ट ऑफ द कैरिकुलम, टफेस्ट ऑफ द एग्जाम, तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लो होना ही नहीं चाहिए ना. आपको आपकी ताकत का पता होना चाहिए. वो कहते हैं ठान लोगे तो जीत है, मान लोगे तो हार है. एंड व्हेन यू फेस द सन यू डोंट सी द शैडो. तो आपको उसी स्ट्रेंथ के साथ चलना चाहिए. मुझे एक बात एडमंड हिलरी की याद आती है. When Edmund Hillary tried to कॉन्कर माउंट एवरेस्ट। नीचे आए, उन्होंने एक बहुत प्यारी बात बोली जब नहीं सके, बोले यू माउंट एवरेस्ट, द ग्रेटेस्ट पीक ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, यू कैन नॉट ग्रो एंड कैन नॉट डेवलप। आई एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग विल डेवलप माई कॉन्फिडेंस, डेवलप माई कैपेबिलिटीज एंड वन डे आई विल कॉन्कर यू। तो इंसान के हाथ में दो चीजें हैं, अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज को इंप्रूव करना, अपने कॉन्फिडेंस को इंप्रूव करना। तो आपके पास जो समय है, आप अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज को इंप्रूव करिए और अपने कॉन्फिडेंस को पूरी तरह से अव्वल रखिए और आगे बढ़िए। मैं जो चीजें आपको बताया उसके साथ में कंपनी के बारे में जिसका भी आपको शॉर्टलिस्टिंग हुई है, उसके लिए आप थोड़ा पढ़िए, उस कंपनी की जानकारी रखिए, उसकी वो कंपनी किस इंडस्ट्री को बिलोंग करती है उस इंडस्ट्री के बारे में जानिए, उसकी पॉलिसीज क्या है वो जानिए। तो यू नीड टू नो अबाउट द कंपनी। हम कई बार कुछ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड उसको नहीं लग रहे हैं, हम उसको पढ़ रहे हैं, कभी जीएसटी उसको नहीं लगता, हम जीएसटी पढ़ रहे हैं। वो जो कंपनी को लागू होती है चीजें, पहले उसको पढ़िए। नो अबाउट द कंपनी, कंपनी के बारे में इन एंड आउट आपको पता होना चाहिए। वो कहते हैं कि वो जो शुरुआत है उसको हम बहुत स्ट्रेंथ के साथ करें। मैं हरदम से जानता हूं कि हमारे जो फीमेल चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स है बहुत अव्वल तरीके से परफॉर्म करती आई हैं और प्रोफेशन को यहां तक ले जाने में उन लोगों का बहुत बड़ा हाथ है। तो इसी चीज के साथ में विल नॉट टेक मच टाइम, विल से कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जिस भी फील्ड में गया है महारत हासिल किया है। अगर आप पास्ट के मिनिस्टर्स की परफॉर्मेंस देखें, फर्स्ट एनडीए गवर्नमेंट, तो उसमें पीयूष गोयल, सुरेश प्रभु, नितिन गडकरी, तीन का परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा माना जाता था। उन तीन में से दो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट थे। तो आप जिस भी एरिया में जाओगे कुछ भी कर लोगे, बट सेट गोल्स फॉर योरसेल्फ, सेट सब गोल्स फॉर योरसेल्फ एंड अराइज अवेक एंड स्टॉप नॉट टिल द गोल इज अचीव्ड। जब तक ये गोल आप अचीव ना कर लो, तब तक आपने अपने आप को स्ट्रेंथ के साथ में, उस कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ में, अपने कैपेबिलिटीज को इंप्रूव करते हुए अपने आप को आगे बढ़ाना है। और मैं कहता हूं सक्सेस मैक्सिमम डिटर्मिनेशन से आती है। 95% जो लोग डिटरमाइंड होते हैं वो सक्सेसफुल होते हैं, 5% ऐसे होते हैं जो डेस्टिनी से लेके आते हैं। तो आपको अपने एक विजन के साथ चलना चाहिए, आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोचना चाहिए, टाइम का बेस्ट इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए। टाइम को जो वेस्ट कर देता है, टाइम उसे वेस्ट कर देता है। और लाइफ में कभी लेट नहीं होता। कई लोग कहते हैं बड़ा लेट हो गया है, जब तक आपके नाम के सामने लेट नहीं लिखा जाता, कभी भी लेट नहीं होता है। और चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स के बारे में बोलूंगा, हम तो दरिया हैं, हमें अपना हुनर मालूम है। जिस तरफ चल पड़ेंगे रास्ता बन जाएगा, जिस तरफ चल पड़ेंगे रास्ता बन जाएगा, पर उसके लिए चलना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए एक्शंस लेने पड़ेंगे, टाइम का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा। और लाइफ एक इनिंग है, पॉजिटिविटी के साथ जिए और इंश्योर करिए कि आप कुछ प्रोफेशनली और पर्सनल लाइफ को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस बनाते हुए आगे बढ़े। मैं ये जरूर कहूंगा कि जो हमारे यहाँ पे वुमेन है, उनसे ज्यादा मल्टी टैलेंटेड, मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी वर्क करने वाले, और जो घर को भी संभाल लेती हैं, वर्क को भी संभाल लेते हैं, फैमिली को भी संभाल लेते हैं और एक्सेलेंट करते हैं। क्योंकि हमारे अगर स्टूडेंट्स की परफॉर्मेंस देखे तो मैक्सिमम टाइम पे हमारे यहाँ मेरिट होल्डर्स में मैक्सिमम हमारे यहाँ फीमेल्स रह रही हैं। सो दैट इज अ ग्रेट थिंग। सो विल नॉट टेक मच टाइम, कीप स्माइलिंग, एंजॉय योर लाइफ। One thing final I will be saying, आप लोग हमारी एग्जामिनेशन कमिटी से भी जुड़ सकते हैं। जब से मैं एग्जामिनेशन कमिटी में हूं, मैंने ये इंश्योर किया है कि वो बनती हैं, HE बनते हैं, ऑब्जर्वर्स बनते हैं, चेकर्स बनते हैं, अलग अलग तरीके से एग्जाम से जुड़ सकते हैं। आई लुक आफ्टर इवन द एग्जामिनेशन कमिटी। यू कैन हैव माई नंबर ऑल्सो। मैं अपना नंबर बताता हूं, अगर आप लोगों को कोई प्रॉब्लम लगती है आप मुझे कनेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं। विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई टू हेल्प यू आउट। और हम कोशिश करेंगे अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ अनुज भाई एंड प्रीति मैडम कि एक और हम वुमेन कैंपस जरूर हम प्लान करें। उसमें हम और कुछ भी वर्क फ्रॉम होम या कुछ अलग अलग तरीके से जिसमें हम पैकेजेस को प्लान करते हुए वी कैन प्लान। वी हैव जस्ट डिस्कस दिस इन आवर कमिटी मीटिंग ऑल्सो। So thank you very much. With my number, you can note down my number 98102 77394. I repeat 98102 77394. Whenever you need any help, me, Ravi bhai, Preeti madam, Anuj bhai, we are always available. Office is available. And my best wishes to all of you for this upcoming campus and all the years ahead. Have a great professional life. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rajesh Sharma sir, for your kind words and guiding our members as to how to face the interviews. Firstly, sir, Chairman sir, a happy birthday from Committee for Members in Business Industry and also from Women and Young Members Committee. Many, many happy returns of the day to you, sir. Sir, now we are having two sessions. First session will be on how to face interview and group discussions. We have with us eminent faculty, Mr. Anant Ramanji. He is the Executive Director and HR and Personnel at Sanmar Group. He has more than 25 years of HR leadership experience over diverse industries. He is also aligned with HR with business goals and impactful transformation. He has also advised CEOs to build strong leadership partners. He has also implemented HR systems, performance tools, and OD initiatives. He has a wide experience being HR head. Over to you, sir, so that you can guide our young members who are basically women members as to how to face the interviews. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, let me thank the esteemed members of the fraternity for your inspiring address and setting the tone for the forthcoming discussions. It's an honor and privilege to address a set of brilliant mindsets, qualified chartered accountants. So you have cleared one of the toughest exams in the country. So my applause and acknowledgement for your exciting journey so far. Yes, we move into a different phase of career now. In the interest of time, I straight away move into the topic how to face interviews and GD, group discussion. Will pepper my address with as many practical examples, real life situations as possible. Now, what is an interview? No bookish definition. It's a mutual sharing of information by a candidate and the prospective employer, because both the partners have to take a decision on way ahead. So it's a mutual sharing of information. Now, I understand that this discussion has been especially curated for women members, but I believe some of the key points that I'll be sharing my experiences will be applicable to all. Yeah. So I wish each one of you who is going to participate in this drive all the very best. And especially when we speak of women members, you are as good or even better than others, because two key aspects that you bring to the table is unique: empathy and sensitivity. On my personal front, my wife is a software professional, and my two children are daughters. So whatever Preeti ji said, Anuj ji said, Rajesh Sharma ji said, there is a lot that I could relate with, and also what the prospective candidates, the prospective chartered accountants will be facing in the coming days, in the coming years. Now, when we say interviews, a few key points. First is, don't bluff. That's very, very important. Because if you say something without being backed by facts, you have actually lost the game. I'll give you an example. In one of the interviews at a leading B school, I asked one of the candidate, what do you do in your spare time? How do you keep yourself professionally engaged? Or what is happening in the industry? Uh, the candidate said, Sir, I read HBR, Harvard Business Review. Oh, I said, great. So, what was the cover story of the last issue? Uh, he started fumbling and then said, the last 2, 3 issues, I have been busy and I have not been able to go through. So I just told him, चलो फिर आप बताओ ऐसा कोई issue जो आपको something which still you carry with you and you find it memorable. So he told me something which had appeared a decade back. So I just left it. I just left it back. The key message is when you bluff, you have lost the plot in the beginning itself. Because you will say something without thinking, you shoot your mouth off, and then you will find ways and means how to justify it. Not needed. Second is, sorry, as I understand, this recruitment drive is there tomorrow, but that's just the beginning. As I understand, there will be further such drives. I'm sure you will be going for other discussions also. Now, these days, most of the companies, the initial screening is done by AI. Yeah, the some kind of tools, whatever little automation. Also, these days, people find it stylish to call it AI. So, whenever you're appearing for a specific assignment, I'm not telling invent, but try and see what is the customization that you can do so that within your scheme of things, it matches with the job requirements. Because many a times it gets rejected here itself, telling that only 3 of the 4 points what we need is 3 of these, say, 7, 8 points or whatever is matching. So please try and customize wherever possible. Yeah, your requirements, your qualifications, your experience to the assignment. And one key one out here is, please don't get into an argument with if it's with the interviewer or if there is a panel. Unfortunately, in my experience, sometimes I have found interviewers who want to show off their knowledge. And these are few ladies or gentlemen you will come to know in the beginning of the interaction itself. So don't try to prove your point time and again with them, because they will always find a way out. So please beware of such interviewers if you get a feel of that. Now, some key factors like understand the company that you are going for. These days, information is available, but what is important here is to get the right information. Many a time, social media throws up information which is not supported by facts. So, the best source of information is your website, and get information from website, get information from the recent publications or whatever has come in the press. And so what are the key, what are the business they are in, who are the competitors, the industry trends. But what's important for you is definitely, being your area of strength, your forte is to look at the financial statements, key ratios, where they stand, and how it has evolved over a period of time, because this speaks of your seriousness for the assignment. And here, sometimes it turns an interviewer off when you actually ask for some information which is there in the website, yeah, or easily available in the domain. So I've seen candidates when we meet them. No, I was busy for the past couple of weeks and so on. So lack of time is not an excuse. Now, as I said earlier, you please try, get to know what the assignment is all about, what it is going to be, and tailor your resumes accordingly, but without fudging details. This I am repeating it time and again. You would have lost it before even it began. Yeah. And then when you're creating your resume, it is really jarring, yeah, or highly irritating when some of the basics, like there are spelling mistakes, there are grammatical errors, you find different font in different pages or different paragraphs. So these are some of the points one has to be paying attention to, and this has no substitute. And these days, fortunately, you have tools which can correct all the errors, whichever is there. So please ensure that your resume looks good. The look and feel is there in terms of standardization, uniformity, and free from any errors, please. Yeah. Next is there will be some common questions. Many a time they start with, tell me something about yourself. And it's like a teaser. Yeah, it's like a trailer of the movie. So what one expects is to create a trailer which will generate further interest in the interviewer to have an interaction. Don't make it a verbal diarrhea. Don't just go through your entire resume. Look at some key points, like which will highlight your leadership skills, teamwork, and where you have made a contribution to the community. These are some of the things which will tickle the interviewer. And please write it down, because it cannot be more than 4 minutes. The interviewer is not going to have all the time in the world to listen to your story. It cannot be more than 5 minutes. I am reinforcing it. And it has to be like a story. Yeah, it's like a storytelling, as you see the teasers or trailers of the movie. It is like, हाँ आपने ट्रेलर देख लिया, तो आपको लगेगा नहीं ये पिक्चर तो देखने का है अपने को. So that is what it is. कुछ रहता है आपका स्ट्रेंथ्स वीकनेस की बात रहती है. सो व्हाटएवर आप जो डालते हो, स्ट्रेंथ्स बोलो, वीकनेस बोलो, अचीवमेंट्स बोलो, it has to be backed by examples. And examples, generally they say it's a very common one. स्टार प्रिंसिपल फॉलो करो करके बोलते हैं, which is nothing, I repeated, star principle, which is nothing but what was the situation or task, क्या था कंडीशन, आपने एक्शन क्या लिया, what actions you took, situation or task, what actions you took, and what were the results out of it, because this will add meat to what you have said. Yeah, otherwise it will look like motherhood statement. I've been a leader, I'm good at teamwork. And especially, like, when you're speaking of teamwork, I've seen candidates using 10 times I. So where is the question of teamwork? Teamwork is when you have got people together to achieve a common goal. You have influenced people. Yeah. So be very mindful of that. And if you say leadership, Yeah, whether you have been heading a committee, you have done any service to the society, and how you actually inspired people, got people along, and achieved the goal. Here, if you have faced challenges also, please be upfront in admitting them, because authenticity and genuineness is something every organization will like. At the end of the day, let's admit that we are not Superman or Superwoman. We are human beings, we make mistakes. What is more important is how we learn from them and move ahead. So be mindful of that when you give your examples. Then why do you want to work here, which is where, if you get if you have done your research there, you might have some of your colleagues or seniors who are working there, so you can give them examples of real life feedback that you have got. But don't cross the line. Yeah, don't brag of your connections and all that. That is very important. The same, uh, why do we want to hire you? So create a 2-3 liner USP. It is your unique selling proposition. So these are some of the questions generally you will find. But what differentiates a good answer from the rest is, till now, whatever we have said, and even what we are going to discuss now, it is preparation and execution. Now, preparation is totally in your hands, 100% in your hands. So, why don't we prepare? Execution, you might still say 50-50, depending on how the interview goes. So, these are some of the basics which you should keep in mind when you are going for an interview. And then a few one on how do you present yourself, some key soft skills. And this might be a virtual interaction, but later on, if you're shortlisted, there might be a final interaction. The starting point is either you wish or you have a handshake. Yeah, I've seen many a times, it's like, people just forward their hand like this, as if they are doing a favor. Yeah. I'm not telling let it be too hard, but a firm and gentle handshake. If at all there is uh, a face-to-face interaction at a later date. Needless to say, as it has been told earlier, dress appropriately. No torn jeans. Yeah, sometimes you find candidates coming for interview sitting like this. Sit with confidence, a posture which doesn't display overconfidence. Many a time, being confident and overconfident, there is a very thin line. Be confident, display it, but don't cross the Lakshman Rekha wherein it's seen as a overconfidence or arrogance. So that's a positive body language and eye contact. Then have a good night's sleep before that. It's very important that you are fresh. And when you're fresh, you can be your best. Be punctual. Don't make the panel members wait. I don't think that sends the right signal. And check the technology piece. For example, I dialed in at around 10:20 to check everything is in place. Am I audible? Am I visible? Is the light fine? So you may not get an opportunity to do that with the interviewer, but at your end, please check if the technology, the link, everything is working and fine. And then practicing is very important. Whatever now 7-8 points have said, please write it down and rehearse it. It is worth the effort. ये खाली कल का इंटरेक्शन के लिए नहीं है, ये आपको फ्यूचर में भी हेल्प करेगा. Because then you can give your answers in a structured manner. Otherwise, you will start with A, go to G, then you will go to F. Yeah, so there will not be a logical flow. Preparation and rehearsing ensures that what you speak first is structured, and it sounds also more logical when it is structured and you have done the preparation. And this is no rocket science. Just try and see, what are the latest technological tools which is impacting your industry, impacting your role. And especially we might have colleagues who have taken a break. These are some areas you can do some brush up. Yeah. So I'm sure when you have taken a break, there is a valid reason to it. But how do you use the break for a meaningful updation of yourself, of what is happening in the industry? And this also tells that you are somebody who likes to be updated, and who doesn't want a candidate who is updated and has that hunger. When you update yourself, it speaks of your passion, it speaks of your hunger. To keep yourself updated on what are some of the, especially the technological piece, how it is impacting the industry, and the roles that you would have applied for. And as you do this, there is one very important thing, and that is, as you speak, as much as we say you should have a positive body language and confident, please look at the non-verbal signals, the body language of your interviewer. Please, thoda sa, I'm not telling that, just focus on that, but be mindful of that. Once they start fiddling their thumb, playing around with the pen, documents, means you have lost them. Now try and see how you can get them back on track. Then generally in an interview, they say, do you have any questions? Here again, please don't ask for questions, the information of which is there in the website, or very commonly known in the public domain or public space, because it is your time with them. And if you ask the right questions, I have seen cases wherein even the interview was so not very great, but people have turned around with their sense of questioning and asking the right questions. But that doesn't mean you're going to carry an encyclopedia of questions to be asked. Yeah. So it is good to be enthusiastic, but over enthusiasm is an issue. So 2 to 3 pointed questions, and this again, you can speak of the growth opportunities or some of the key information which had come up. But if you want further information, but please be mindful, you are from the industry, you would know it better. Don't try and poke into a subject which is like confidential. Okay. Now, yeah, a general question of what is your growth plan, organic, inorganic. Yeah, you have grown by X times or X percentage in the past few years. So, but what are your future plans? These are things you might ask. But don't ask for questions like, I read in the newspaper that your company is in talks with XYZ company for an acquisition or merger. Yeah, these are confidential information. So obviously the response will be no comments, but it would tick them off, because this is commonsensical that these are highly sensitive, confidential in nature, and you will appreciate that if it is a listed entity, whenever any such decision is taken, it has to be intimated to the stock exchange also. Yeah. So asking questions like this would put a question mark on your understanding and on your maturity. So please don't take it lightly. Don't ask stupid questions. Don't ask information which is generally available in the website. Please use this as an opportunity. You may be in a position to turn it around if something has not gone well, or it might add on to the already good performance that you have done. Now, what I'll do is I will look at some of the very generic points, because when you speak of communication, there is a general feeling of how well a person speaks English. But unfortunately, many senior people also carry that opinion. But communication is all about how well you can convey your message in a way that it is understood by your audience. So if at all you're getting stuck and you want to use a word in Hindi, just use it. Go ahead. Don't look like you have got stuck. Yeah. So I repeat it. It's not about the fluency of English. It's about the effectiveness of your interaction, the way you communicate your message. And very key point is, don't beat around the bush. Okay. So if you don't know something, don't try and sit and invent there something. Yeah, you can say, sorry, I am not aware of this, or whichever polite way you might want to say. That is appreciated, because you are not expected to know everything under the sun. So if there is some question, some point wherein you're not sure, it would be advisable with a polite request telling that you don't have information on that, but you will go and find out. Don't get into any kind of political or religious discussion. Yeah, that is a very, 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 very strict no. It's a strict no. And don't be in a rush. Yeah, collect your thoughts. Otherwise, what happens is you will shoot your mouth out, and then, as I said earlier, then find ways and means of justifying it. It doesn't work. Also, a couple of questions on what do you do during your free time, hobbies. Yeah. So there is nothing right or wrong in this, and it's like if I look at most of the participants who participate in this pageants at the global level, at least from India, you find that who is your role model? It's like an immediate answer, Mother Teresa. And ultimately, all of them come here and join the Bollywood, Tollywood, whatever. Yeah. So if they ask you for a role model, look at look at someone whom you really appreciate. You don't need to give a stereotype answer. And a very basic etiquette is when you're even in virtual interview may not be the case, but when you go for a personal interaction, you might have a lady or a gentleman who would have come and served you a cup of tea or water. Yeah. In the flow of your discussion, don't forget to thank them. it goes a long way. So these are some of the minute things you need to take care of when you go for an interview. And as the esteemed fraternity members said, that if there are any further questions or something, you can send it to them, and we'll try and see how best we can address them at the earliest possible convenience from our end. Now, that brings more or less me to the end of how to face an interview. Now, we will look at the GD part of it now, because if I look at my mobile, I am mindful of it. I have, say, roughly around another 15 minutes. So, and before going to GD, one more thing which might come up is, they might ask you to fill a form online. It can be the application form. Yeah. So please be diligent enough when you fill in the details. They might have a psychometric assessment. Psychometric assessment is nothing, but it helps them to know the kind of person that you are. Okay. And when you fill up this psychometric assessment forms, don't get worked up, because the basic principle of this is every individual is unique. So be honest and cover it within the stipulated time. Because if you try and manipulate it, what happens is these are tools which have been researched over years. Yeah, it has been checked for validity, reliability, and so on. So if you want to look good at every point, it throws up. So be genuine as you are as a person when you're speaking up, when you're filling up the assessment, psychometric assessment forms. Don't think too much about it, because any kind of manipulation that any candidate tries to do, it gets thrown up in the report. Yeah. Now, we move to the point of group discussion. So, to begin with, see, please understand, GD or group discussion is not a political TV debate that you see on the television, yeah, where people are screaming their lungs out, and you would see the moderator actually at a loss of how to manage it. So, it's a structured discussion among a group of people on sharing information on topics, and then try and see how to come to a conclusion over a period of time. So now a quick some of the points in the group discussion. Try and be aware of the current affairs. Okay. And if you have some facts, some data, figures, it helps. And anyway, with the kind of technology boom that we are in, generally the current affairs topics are there in the WhatsApp circulation and so on. But what is important to know that sometimes these information are not verified. So here is a caution for all the participants. Whenever there is a point given for discussion, keep abreast yourself of the latest affairs, but quote facts and figures from a reliable source. Yeah, it cannot be it was circulated in the social media and I have picked it up from them. And some of the few examples, I don't want to get into that, but people who have done that at a global level, and how they actually ended up with the egg on the face. Okay. Now, don't overthink about what are the subjects going to be given. That I have seen many people. Yeah, because whatever you might prepare, there might still be something which you have not prepared. So just be aware of the relevant current affairs. That should be fine. And when you are speaking, as I said, in communication, it's not about showing off your vocabulary. Yeah, so people use complex jargons, and many a times others cannot understand it. And rather than working to your advantage, it might prove otherwise. Yeah, people are not expected to sit with a dictionary when you are speaking there. So keep it simple, to the point, don't digress. Yeah, simple, to the point. But what is important here is, it is not about how much sound bites you are consuming there. Yeah, what is important is what you say, the content part of it, and also equally important is how you say it. Yeah, so that's and uh, it can be, it's shows of your being proactive and so on, but understand that you have, if you have missed the chance and somebody else has uh, done it, so don't lose your patience out there. Yeah, you will get enough time in the discussion. Good to start, but don't fret if you have missed it. It is very important here. See, as I again reinforce, communication is not just about what you speak, it is also how you respond to others. So many a times in GD, what happens is, you are in such a hurry, yeah, you are in such an excitement to speak, that अब ध्यान नहीं देते हो दूसरा क्या बोल रहा है. And that is where you might miss the wood for the trees. You might miss an important point. तो जब दूसरा बोल रहा है, please listen to them, because it shows your engagement. And then, based on the kind of points that they have raised, you are actually better prepared to respond to their to the points raised by them. So listen, very, very important. Listen carefully. Yeah, listening is not either se gussa, either se nikla, or you know, thoughts jumbled up in your mind. You are not able to receive it only. Listen actively, and then don't get emotional in the discussion. Yeah, it is when you get emotional, don't shout. Yeah, these are some of you people are not testing your lung power there. In fact, they are seeing how balanced you are, how matured you are, how you conduct yourself in a team environment. Obviously, in a corporate, you're not going to operate in a vacuum. You will have peers, you will have team members, you will have cross-functional teams. So people look at what is the kind of empathy that you have. Yeah. So it is not a question of testing your lung power. So please be modest, but at the same time, don't get bulldozed by others. Yeah, that is also important. So that doesn't mean you get into a fight. You can always say, I appreciate your point, but can it be looked at this way also? That is a more diplomatic and matured way of getting out of an argument, rather than getting into a fist fight there. Now, when you are speaking there, try and see as much as possible. Don't interrupt when others are speaking. Yeah, that doesn't convey a good message. listen to them. But if somebody is going on and on and on, you might want to make a gentle request and try to bring back the discussion on track. Then how you here also see body language applies to all aspects of our discussion. We speak of you sit upright and don't distract yourself, don't get distracted by others. Yeah. And the body language, as I said earlier, should communicate confidence from your side. You're positive, but yeah, it's not like overconfidence or arrogance. And one key is, just don't keep on looking at one member. Try to have contacts with other group members also. And when you do this, please, this is a key point when people look for teamwork or leadership, is if you find a person who is docile, who is not participating, encourage them to participate. Invite them to the discussion. That speaks of leadership skills. That speaks of your empathetic attitude. Involve all the people in the discussion. So please be very mindful of this fact that if you are having members who have just not said anything, or otherwise you find sometimes all the other members are shouting in such a manner, some people prefer to keep quiet. So you can request others and say, he or she has not spoken. Can we also give the lady or gentleman to put forward their point of view? And stay calm. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. And now, last but not the least, if you are finding that the points are moving in diverse direction and they are not coming to a conclusion, try and see sorry, if you can get them back on track. And you are not going to have hours and hours of debate. There will be a limited time frame that you will have. So if you can get people come towards a conclusion, if you can facilitate that, when you facilitate such a closure, it is not trying to finalize it with your viewpoint. Yeah, it is. Sometimes people agree to disagree, which is fine. So this has been heard, that has been heard. So can we say, these are topics which will have diverse opinion and may not be always congruency in thoughts. It is also okay to end in a discussion like that. But don't try to push or make forward your point in such a way that you are pushing it through the throat. Be gentle especially when you're facilitating a discussion or a coordination, because you're not only speaking for yourself. What the panel members will also look at is how you conduct yourself and how you behave with others, how you take the entire team who are participating in the discussion along with you. That is important. So I have more or less now completed. I've tried to be in the time frame. So around 12.
There is a question. There is a question from one member. The question says, what is AI-based assessment test in case a company want to take it?
See, there is no such specific AI-based test. Okay. Now, what happens is every organization looks for a certain kind of skill sets. So they would actually look at tests. It's like a cultural fit. Yeah, every organization is unique. So one really can't say that these are the only set of questions which are going to come up. I'll just give you an example. I don't want to take the name of any companies, but there is a global multinational in the area of beauty products. Their initial screening of resumes is done based on provided specification, and their assessment of soft skills is based on how you respond to a set of 5 questions. They do the soft skill assessment also based on that. So some things like teamwork, empathy, and all is there for in most of the positions. But to just give you an example, for Mercedes speaks of engineering excellence, luxury. Walmart speaks of value for money. Very clear. They are not speaking of excellence in design and everything. So there might be organizations, depending on what they want, would like their assessment to happen accordingly, which is where, as I said earlier, be genuine in what you answer so that you throw a correct picture of yourself. Any other question?
I think we can take one last question before we move to the second session. The question says that how an interviewee can ask the questions to the interviewer.
So generally, if you see, as I said, at the end of the interaction, the company or the interviewer gives an opportunity to say, yes, we have had our interaction, now is your turn, and please let us know if you have any questions, which is where, as I said earlier, these questions can many a time even turn around and otherwise not a very good interview, but otherwise it can also enhance your already the performance that you have done. So prepare for this 2 or 3 questions, but avoid sensible, confidential, questions which will seek for this kind of information. So it depends on, see, that's where the research helps. Yeah, the research that you have done on the company website, the periodicals, the publications, information available from the right source. So there is no one size fits all questions. Yeah, it would depend from company to company, so that if it is too general, yeah, so that those kind of questions everyone is going to ask. So try and make it as specific as possible when you're asking those questions. And please be mindful, if they are avoiding it, don't push for it. Yeah, that will make them uncomfortable. So don't push for it if they try to get away from it, or you might also laugh and get out of that. And if you have any other question, but don't try and carry an encyclopedia of questions that want to ask. 2 or 3, that should be fine.
So let me, sir, now formally thank you for the wonderful session you have taken today, and we are damn sure from CMIB that your learnings, your teachings will certainly help our women members to face the important questions, or how to face the interviews lined up tomorrow. So we are thankful to you, sir. Thank you very much.
And as I said earlier, an honor and privilege, and my best wishes to all the women members and their family. Yeah, for a fruitful career, and more importantly, happy, joyful, and peaceful life ahead. Please take care. All the best.
Wonderful,
Cheers.
sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So let me now begin to do the second session, which is on expectations of HRs from chartered accountants. So before we start the second session, let me read out a very brief profile of the second speaker, Mr. Govind Kumar Mishra ji. He's a seasoned corporate trainer and learning and development specialist with over 15 years of long experience in facilitating impactful training sessions for diverse industries. He also holds certifications from various reputed institutions of the country like IIT Madras, IIT Roorkee, TJ Walker, and IIT Kharagpur. He specializes in soft skills training, motivational training, business communications, outbound training, and training on presentation skills. Very good profile, sir. So over to you, sir. Govind, sir. Please help us guiding our women members for the interviews lined up tomorrow. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And as this program is of women, so definitely I would start with Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupen Sansita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a deep honor to be speaking to this exceptional gathering of women chartered accountants. You have all arrived here with stories, some fresh from exams, some after years of raising families, and some rediscovering your professional fire after a pause. But let me begin with a simple truth. No matter where you have been or what path you took to get here, you are not behind. You are not less. You are exactly where you are meant to be, ready to reclaim your space. In the next 45 minutes, we will explore different aspects of your career, which includes the interview part. And thanks to my co-speaker, Mr. Anant Ramanji, he shared eloquent information about the interview and GD. It was really great to listen to his knowledge. We'll also share some tips and techniques which might help you today, tomorrow, and in the future as well. But everything I'll be sharing, I can guarantee you, it will be with clarity, confidence, and courage. We will look at how the world of work is changing, how you can tell your story, and how even tools like ChatGPT can help you make a comeback smarter and stronger. This is not a session. This is a homecoming for your dreams, for your goals, and your voice. So, ladies, allow me to share the screen with you all. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So as you could see, the story says, reclaim your space. Reclaim what was yours. You don't need to fight for it because it is yours. Yes, you took a small pause. A pause which might have helped you in your hindsight to regain a lot of things. You are the master of resilience. You are the master of adaptability. You are the master of adopting new things. And who better than a woman can be the master of multitasking? Ladies, keep in mind, you are like a bamboo. You might be aware of the Chinese bamboo story. When the farmers, they try to grow the bamboo, it takes 4 or 5 years when they sow the seed, but it is not visible on the ground. But it doesn't mean that the seed was dead. Rather, the seed which was sown, first it grew as a root. The root went inside deep in the earth, and then it became more stable. And then one day suddenly a small sepal popped out of the earth. And within few weeks, it grew massively, 80, 100 feet. This is what you all have done. This is the showcasing of bamboo shoots that you all represent. Years you were not present somewhere. But yes, you have grown in terms of your strengths, your clarity, your courage, your patience. And keep in mind, these are all the qualities that an organization requires. I was listening to the last question, the AI-based test. I'm not much aware of those things, but yes, I must say, whatever the test the AI is going to take, keep in mind, the tests are drafted by NI, Natural Intelligence, and it will be evaluated by NI, Natural Intelligence. At the end, You matter. AI is just a platform. AI is just a tool for the evaluation process. But you need to connect with people. And keep in mind, when I say connect, don't be like Nokia Mobile, because the tagline of Nokia was connecting people, but it got disconnected. But thank God, you all are connected with the roots, deep and strong. Ladies, let's start the journey to a new journey so that we can explore the unexplored. So the world is changing. Definitely, day by day, it is changing. The geopolitics has changed. The war of Ukraine, Russia, and finally the Sindoor of India. Everything has changed. When Donald Trump took the presidency, suddenly the share market across the globe was now tumbling down. The Israel, Palestine, a lot of things are changing. When you talk about technology, it has changed immensely. India has grew itself in the terms of renewable sector. 2016 was the time when the Prime Minister of India went to Paris for the G20 convention, and then he announced the ISA, International Solar Alliance. And thereafter, you all know, it's just history. We have been a game changer in defense. We have been a game changer in renewable sector, and things are changing. And because of that, your work environment has also changed. How can we forget COVID-19? It was a great lesson. And if we could not learn from that, definitely nobody else can teach us. COVID, thanks to COVID, please take me in a positive way. I'm not going for the darker sides of COVID. But yes, the positive side of COVID was it changed everything. What we are doing right now today, we are interacting in a virtual world, which was right now like impossible before COVID. But today it is the normal trend. And that's how the hybrid opportunities have risen. And for women, there are a lot of opportunities in both remote and hybrid mode of working. When you talk about gig economy, my goodness, youngsters, teenagers, they have created huge businesses, huge opportunities in gig economy. And freelancing is a wonderful option for you all. I myself, I'm a freelancer. I know the opportunities. I know the beauty of freelancing, but I must say it's not easy what it seems to be. And then, thank God, you all are chartered accountants. You all know you have cleared the most difficult exams. And for you, what is easy is that it doesn't belong to you. And hence, freelancing is an opportunity where you can have immense opportunities, immense career. You can be a freelancer consultant. You can be a freelancer portfolio advisor. You can be a freelancer, advisor on different taxations. You can be a freelancer teacher. You can be a freelancer content creator. So the world is totally for you, opening everything for you if you are going for the gig economy and freelancing economy. And then hiring, it is definitely rising. The number of chartered accountants, I must say, hats off to the institute, congratulations to everyone. It has increased. And if you see the number of organizations, the number of LLPs, the number of private limited companies, the number of public limited companies, NGOs, trusts, society, every organization, they require you. Without you, they can't walk on the path of success. And hence, the rising is there in hiring. But why are we lacking it? I remember a research, it says that most of the people today who are graduating are unemployable. But thanks to our structure of training, we don't need to think about unemployability because we have been trained in such a way. We have all the skills. We have the trades. We know the techniques of the trade. And that's why we are confident in this. You just need to brush up all those skills, the techniques, the trades, and definitely you will be hired. When you talk about upskilling, there are a lot of opportunities. I must say, I feel a bit disheartened when I talk to youngsters today. When I ask them, are you aware of carbon credit accounting? Are you aware of ESG reporting? 8 out of 10, sorry to say, they are not aware. I don't know why they don't update themselves. I don't know why they don't want to bring change in their knowledge base. I don't know why they don't want to update their knowledge repository. But yes, you all have the opportunity to update, to upskill, to upgrade yourself, either in terms of AI or the reporting methodologies changing across, or the data methodologies which is being adopted world over. And chartered accountants, you all have that strategic role everywhere. So don't be afraid that hiring is not going on. Hiring is an ongoing process. It will always be there. They require good people. Good people means the people who have positive attitude, the people who have the proper knowledge, and the people who can bring. What do you think? Who can bring the change across the organization, which will lead to the visibility in an upside trend in their balance sheets? Ladies, do upskill. The HR people, they are not from Mars, they are also human. And if they are asking questions on HR, keep in mind, they must also have learned those skills from somewhere. And to learn these skills, thank God we have a lot of channels, we have a lot of platforms. For example, we can do upskilling through Coursera. I did a lot of certification courses from NPTEL. Go and see, Government of India started this beautiful initiative of NPTEL, National Program for Technological Enhanced Learning. And world-class teachers are providing you, training over there. You will also get certification, and it can add in your resume. Also, it can help you increase your LinkedIn visibility. When you're talking about bringing change, or when you're talking about the change occurring across the globe, today in professional world, LinkedIn is a wonderful tool. How many of you are on LinkedIn? If you are on LinkedIn, how many of you regularly update on LinkedIn? If you are updating on LinkedIn regularly, how many of you are connecting with people from the profession regularly? Try to connect with 3 people every day. 3 people who are the benchmarks in the profession, 3 people who are the newcomers in the profession, 3 people who are searching for the opportunities in the profession. And this is how you can have an holistic view about yourself. Because you are connecting with the future, you are connecting with the past, you are connecting with the current. And this is how, when you connect on LinkedIn, first thing, do check your profile. Do make proper editing. And thank God, today is the world of AI. I'm not saying be dependent on AI, but please use AI as a tool for betterment of yourself. Learn the art of prompt writing for LinkedIn profiles. And this is how your visibility to job giver providers will increase. If the job searchers are on LinkedIn, then keep in mind the job providers are also on LinkedIn. Now, if I'm a provider, I need someone. It means you are at the upper hand. You have a competitive advantage over me because I require you. And if you have those qualities, those skills which I require, will done the deal. Whatever you require in terms of career or finance, you'll be given. But do you carry it? Do you upgrade in terms of the holistic view of the world today? If not, this is the right time to do. This is the orientation program for the interviews. Definitely. If I say, let's do it today, that won't be possible. But yes, at least you can start from today. How can you forget one of the best learnings of financial management, zero-based budgeting? If you have taken a pause, if you have done something else in the last few years, no issues. Let's start from zero today. If you have an interview tomorrow, even if you spend 1 hour today, it can help you tomorrow. Quite possible you came across some concept which the interviewer is going to ask tomorrow. You will be more confident. So we need to upgrade in different situations, different parameters. And when you talk about taking pause, definitely the HR is going to ask you, why this long gap in your career path? There are very few people who might be having stories to narrate, because we don't need stories to narrate. We need to share the reality. But yes, with some cosmetic changes, If you took care of the family in the last few years, that's an amazing thing. You have learned the art of management. My mother, she is a class 3rd dropout, keep in mind. But if any function happens in our family, she is the person who manages everything from A to Z. I'm surprised how she never misses even a single thread or a single thing which is usually ignored by educated people like us. She's a wonderful manager. So if you have taken care of a family, use that quality to showcase that you know the art of management. If you took a pause because you had responsibilities, then sell that responsibility. Sell that responsibility in a tactful way so that it showcases it is your core area, it is your strength. And this is how you can come back. You have balanced different things. You have balanced homes, you have balanced family, and if you have balanced all these things, it is quite easy for you to balance the trial balance. Now, some interview readiness mindset will be talking about growth mindset. First thing, definitely when we take a pause and when our colleagues, our friends who started our career, on this same timeline, and they are far away from us, sometimes we feel underconfident. But no issues. We both are in a different time zone. If you are in a different time zone, definitely, physically, there will be a difference in both of us. But at the end, you are the one who will take charge of everything. And it can be done only when you have a growth mindset. Interview is a process where the interviewer needs something and the interviewer sells something. And if both can come into congruence, the deal is done. And if you have a growth mindset, definitely the interviewer will be impressed, because that is going to help the organization in a long term. Because you are the one who loves to take challenges. You are the one who accepts challenges and fulfills the challenges. And this is how you have learned a lot of things, that how to focus on the solution approach. There are a lot of people whose mindset is, bane raho pagla, kaam kare agla. But not you. This is called growth mindset. When you talk about growth mindset in terms of taxation, I must say it is LTCG, long-term capital gain, and it requires patience. Confidence with humility. I recall that my co-speaker was talking about confidence, and he shared a beautiful line that confidence doesn't mean overconfidence, because there's a very thin line. Definitely, there's a very thin line. Confidence comes only when you have knowledge. You can't bluff on something you are not aware of. If you have not experienced any particular concept, or if you have not experienced any particular experience, and if the interviewer asks questions on that, definitely you won't be confident. I'm a public speaker and I always follow a learning. I always say that, preach what you practice. Because what you have practiced, when you preach it, you'll be more confident. So confidence with humility is required, and it will, in this process, the knowledge will help you, because the knowledge is the catalyst which will help you to be more humble. And this humbleness will grow your confidence because you will be knowing about the diverse, the eclectic approaches of the topic, of the different areas. Either it be finance, either it be geopolitics, either it be personal finance or budgeting or share market. If you want confidence, learn the art of the trade. Learn the art from today. If you have taken a pause in the past few years and you have experienced that you used to take care of finance in terms of you used to create a small portfolio of shares and stocks, you can share this, you can sell this particular skill to your interviewer that I took care of a small portfolio and it gave, in the last 5 years, it gave a return of 60%. And that's amazing. That's immense. And this shows that you are always heading towards some purpose. And this showcases that you are always prepared. But one precaution, ladies, one precaution, please keep in mind. The biggest problem we face today is being perfect. Perfection, it is, in my terms, it's my opinion, it's my personal opinion that perfection is a lie. We can't be perfect. But yes, we can always keep on improving, keep on improving, keep on improving. And one step at a time. I remember that wonderful poem by Sohanlal Dwivedi, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती, लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, नन्ही चींटी जब चलती है चढ़ती दीवारों पे 100 बार फिसलती है, मन का विश्वास रगों में साहस बढ़ता है, चढ़कर गिरना गिरकर चढ़ना ना अखरता है, मेहनत उसकी बेकार हर बार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती, डुबकियां सिंधु में गोताखोर लगाता है, जा जाकर खाली हाथ लौटाता है, मिलते ना मोती सहज गहरे पानी में, बढ़ता दोगुना उत्साह इसी हैरानी में, मुट्ठी उसकी खाली हर बार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती. And the last few lines are amazing. असफलता एक चुनौती है, स्वीकार करो, क्या कमी रह गई देखो और सुधार करो, जब तक ना जीतो नींद चैन की त्यागो, तुम संघर्ष करो, मैदान छोड़ मत भागो तुम, कुछ किए बिना ही जय जयकार नहीं होती, और कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती. Ladies, keep in mind, always one step, consistently, not towards perfectionism, but towards improvement. And what tool, what skill can you help in this process is simply curiosity. As a HR professional, I would really appreciate if your attitude is towards adopting one wonderful tool called 5W1H. 5W1H. What, when, where, who, and when. 5. What, when, where, who, and. The question I will ask you all, the 5th W you have to share. But the 1H is very important. HOW. How. Always ask yourself what, when, where, who, how. And then you can be more curious, because this curiosity approach will generate a lot of questions. And the questions will make you more knowledgeable, because it will help you go deep in the topic, because it will make you go deep in the topic. And it will help you overcome the rejection. And rejection, I personally, I like to give my example. I have faced one of the toughest interviews of India, and that is called the SSB interview of the Indian Army. The first day, approx 400 people came for the interview. And within first half of the day, approx 380 people were rejected. Then we were grilled for 5-7 days. And out of that, mostly 4, 5, or 6, 7 people could qualify to go for the training as an officer for the Indian Army. So this rejection was not a dejection for me. I recall the chairman of the board told, gentlemen, Mr. Kalam came here, Mr. Ye came here, Mr. Wo came here, but they were not chosen. It doesn't mean that they were a failure. But yes, Forge was not for him. And imagine who better than Dr. Kalam could justify this line. He was rejected in the Indian Air Force SSB interview, but he became the commander of all three forces of the Indian Defense Forces, the Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force. He was the chief commander. So rejection is not bad always. Sometimes it gives us lessons. And being an HR professional, I'm more interested in your rejections because these are the experiences, because these are the learnings where you must have learned something. And this is how you can share your strengths. This is how you can understand where you are strong. Because if I'm rejected in a particular process, I would be more curious to know what was lacking, why I was not selected. If something was lacking, am I going to inculcate in myself? If I could inculcate it in myself, then only I can share with people who need my guidance. Otherwise, it will be a lie in the interview, just mugging up and going to say that, yes, I'm confident, I did this, but it will not be shown on your face. This is the interview readiness process. Now, to be more effective in the interview, use a wonderful tool called the STAR, STAR, STAR methodology of answering the question. S, situation, T, task, A, action, and R, result. If you have adopted this methodology, you'll be more confident. And to use this at home, wherever you are, right from today, take a paper and pen and start making a script of this. That what were the situations, the context or the background where you were in? What were the challenges or the task you faced? You needed to address it. And what was the action you took to address the challenge? And how you, addressed or redressed the task? And what was the result? If you could make this on a paper, you have a map of yourself. You have a map of your SWOT, SWOT. You have a map of your likings or your the opportunities or the things you have done in your past. And this is how you can justify the small pause of your past. Use this STAR technique. Example, tell me about a time you handled a difficult project. At my previous job, our team was assigned a project with deadlines. I was responsible for coordinating the team's efforts to deliver without compromising quality. This was the challenge. This was the task given to you. How you addressed it, what action you took. The first thing you did, you created a schedule. And on daily basis, you checked in, you delegated, you created a good team. And you became very proactive. You started communicating with the stakeholders, the process, the progress, and the risk associated with that challenge, that project, that task. And you did this in a very holistic approach. And the result was amazing. The project was completed 2 days ahead of schedule. And you received the feedback from the client and increased the team's efficiency for future projects. This is a simple template to use the STAR in your interview. It's a very effective way to answer and to sell your skills to the interviewer. Now, some areas where we need to improve, where we need to understand that we might be lacking or we might not have been through that. These are some inclusive list of topics where we can foray in. Geopolitics, very important, because being an employer, I'm much interested how holistically you can add value to my organization. Not only the knowledge of the CA profession, but are you going to become an asset which I can use anywhere? Are you the one who can interact with my clients? Are you the one who can bring business to my business? Are you the one who can, take care of my entire team? Are you the one who can add knowledge? Are you the one who can do the knowledge transfer to the entire organization? If you are the one, you will be having a lot of opportunities. Be ready to take the pain. And life has taught me a wonderful concept. Knowledge is an orphan. Knowledge is an orphan. And the problem is, not everyone can adopt it. Although people they want to adopt, but not everyone can adopt it. Because the orphan child has a very difficult past. The growing up was not easy for that child. And that child had a mindset of self survival. The child is always in a survival mindset. The first parents who want to adopt the child, their background is totally different. And this is how the congruence is really not possible. So if you want to adopt knowledge, keep in mind it's a very notorious child. Education is a privileged child, which we showcase everywhere. And the list on the screen, the inclusive list, it is a kind of some knowledge part, not the education part. You are done with your education, the curriculum, the text, the information you have gathered, and you clear the exams. Now the time is for the knowledge base. If you're talking in terms of AI, let me tell you, be the DBMS of the organization, database management system. You are the DBMS. And if you have the knowledge over here, you have a competitive edge over everyone because you are the one on whom everybody would be dependent. If you want to be successful in your profession, advice as a consultant is make your employer dependent on you. And the only way is increase your knowledge base. Because when you increase your knowledge base, you are heading towards an approach called solution-oriented approach. I can share some sources from which you can, from where you can get some topics, relevant topics, and you can add on into your knowledge repository. For example, you can surf and you can scroll, on your internet by the name CII Research. Go to the website CII, Confederation of Indian Industries. There's a button called Research. And when you click the button called Research, you'll come across one more button called Publications. And the moment you click it, you'll be surprised to see many topics which are very relevant and important for you. Try to read them. Try to go through the topics. Try to gain the insights of those topics because they are the trade concepts shared by CII. One more thing, like if I ask you, how many of you are aware of the sector called Cascade sector? CASCADE, Cascade sector. Quite possible there might be someone, but no issues. If you're not aware, you can simply go to the website called FICCI, FICCI. There's a button on that the homepage called Sectors. When you click it, you will be amazed to see that Indian industry has numerous sectors. And one small sector out of that is called the Cascade sector, where the products related to smuggling and all the products which are confiscated, seized by government is sold, except two things, the liquor and drugs, because liquor and drugs are destroyed. So this is how your curiosity will help you go deep in the topic. If you're spending time on internet, definitely go for the best part, because if you are gaining knowledge, you can become a beacon of hope for others as well, and then you have the right to say to your your younger siblings or your children, hey, stop wasting time on mobile, because they will reciprocate by saying, mom, you are also spending time on mobile. Then you can tell them, I'm reading something, and this is how you can pass on the knowledge to them, and this is how you can retain that knowledge in yourself. We have different topics on budgets, on GDPs. Like, for example, how can you forget that the gold rush? I'm not talking about the Californian gold rush. I'm talking about the Indian gold rush. You'll be happy to know that you are the people, the women of India. You hold 10% gold of the entire globe. Imagine you hold 10% gold of the entire globe. When I got married, the price of gold was 12,000 rupees, and I was very positive that it will decline. Today, it has touched 1 lakh rupees. But still, we are buying. Where I remember some years ago, I had that mindset that the currency and the gold, they are interrelated. But that concept has been totally changed today because gold is also rising and the currency is also rising and share market is also rising. We need to find out how this is happening. When you talk about crude oil, how many of you are aware of that the two types of crude called the WTI crude and the Brent crude? And India buys Brent crude. So the topics we need to foray in are very important for you to succeed in the professional world. One of the hot cakes today is the ESG, environmental social governance reporting. If I'm wrong, please do rectify me. In 2022, Government of India passed a bill in Rajya Sabha. I believe the name was Energy Conservation Amendment Bill 2022. Try to grill yourself that what is the interrelatability with that bill in our professional world. How is it going to affect our accounting process? How is it going to impact different subjects of our profession? And this is how, after that bill was passed, again, please do recheck this information. I might be wrong on what I'm going to say, but yes, I read it some times ago. The bill, when it was passed, after that, it became mandatory for top 1,000 entities to give ESG reporting. So there are a lot of things changing. When you talk about startups, don't be very positive that they are doing wonderful. Try to find out some areas, some areas of negligence, some lacunas where you can suggest or where you can give consultancy to your employer that the startups, they are having this problem. We need to take care of this, and this showcases your solution-oriented mindset. How upgraded you are, you yourself are in terms of tech. Are you tech friendly? No issues. If you're not, amazingly, you can become within minutes today because you have a lot of tools which will help you to learn the art of trending technologies, the blockchains, the AI tools for finance. And as a layman, if I say AI is nothing else, just a project introduced by the natural intelligence, which will help the natural intelligence to be more effective. Because this project, this product called AI is going to help you in terms of investment of time and investment of money. Because its most important motive is to make you more effective and to make your organization more competent so that your employees are more productive. So this is, as a layman, my answer to what I understand about AI, and this is the reality. So if you're not aware of something, don't bluff it. Don't cook a story. Just say, I'm really afraid I'm not able to recall it. But yes, I have done something in this area, and that was my experience. This is how you can give answer to that question. Are you aware of the trends going in corporates today? Are you aware of the different aspects of businesses? Are you aware of the defense sector surge in their share prices after the Operation Sindoor? If you're not aware, no issues. From today onwards, start researching on the companies who are doing business in defense sector. And if I talk about companies, it doesn't mean only HAL or Majgaon Dock Wagera. There are a lot of companies. And thanks to the Operation Sindoor, we came to know that there are a lot of companies in defense sector who are doing manufacturing in collaboration with DRDO. And being a chartered accountant, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to give consultancy in this field as well, as a freelancer as well. And if you're going for employment in this sector, wow, you have immense knowledge. Government of Uttar Pradesh, in Bundelkhand, they have the defense corridor. Read about it. What is the impact of that corridor on Indian economy? And read about the defense equipments India is selling to other countries. And one wonderful tool, UPI, Unified Payment Interface. In some countries, developed countries, if you want to do transaction like this, it takes hours. But in India, just click it, and transaction done. And India, thankfully, is selling and exporting UPIs. If you're talking about prepaid instruments or e-wallets, one wonderful resource I can provide you is go to RBI website And on the website, search master circular or master data for prepaid instruments. You'll come across approx 3 circulars or 4 circulars, 2016, 2021, 2024, and the recent 2024 notifications. Read it. And this is how you can get more insight to the topic called e-wallets or prepaid instruments. Because this topic is interrelated with PMLA as well. This topic is interrelated with FEMA as well, FCRA as well. So learn the art of interrelatability, learn the art of eclectic approach. And I request you all, ladies, try to be a polymath today. Once upon a time, our school teacher used to say, jack of all trades, master of none. But you'll be amazed to know the real phrase is jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Because in today's world, you can't be stick to only one thing. Because if you're talking about one particular area, it is interrelated with different areas. And if you don't know about those areas, you will become a liability. My advice for you is become an asset which is irreplaceable. And for that, the only tool which is going to help you out is knowledge. Now, one more important area which you can use to build your career, the first phase of your career, the resume, everything. I'm not saying, again, keep in mind, I'm not saying be dependent on AIs. Don't be dependent, but yes, use it as a tool. And in terms of AI also, be specific which tool you are going to use. For example, if you use DeepSeek, DeepSeek won't give you any answer which is detrimental to Chinese interest. It will never give you answer which is detrimental to Chinese interest. But yes, the same question, if you type on other AI softwares, they will give you. So find out which AI software you are going to use it. If you are going to create an image, Meta AI is a wonderful tool. If you are going to create a prompt of different things, ChatGPT is a wonderful tool. I asked one of my students that can you create a project report for me within 2 minutes? And he said, oh yes, sir, definitely. Attack ChatGPT. But the idea is, he didn't ask which business I want to go into. He didn't ask about the capital I have. And the project report, he came to me of the ChatGPT. I asked him, can you submit this project report to banks? He said, not at all. Then I said, it was just a waste of time and resources. So if you are aware of how to use prompts, the AI software will give you solutions. But if you're not aware of the prompt writing, that solution will become the biggest problem. Learn the art of prompt writing. And being a chartered accountant, a wonderful gig profession you can choose is prompt writing in finance sector. And thank God, we have CAGPT as well. Take help of that. Learn how to use it. And when you start writing prompts, it will help you to learn the art to go deep in the topic. For example, to take an example, if you want to write a prompt to create a project report, so I would narrate that I am Govind Mishra, M44, male 44 from a business family background, having a bootstrapped capital of 10 lakh rupees. Full stop. I want to start a restaurant cum library business in Delhi. Full stop. Next, I would say you are an Indian chartered accountant having proficiency and expertise in business consultancy, business advisory, financial management, risk advisory, market analysis, strategic analysis, funds analysis, etc. Create a professional project report to be submitted to banks, financiers, angel investors, venture capitalists, government agencies, private funders. Full stop. The project should include all the important aspects of the project report and the business, like the business summary, executive summary, organizational structure, capital structure, funds requirement, funds procurement, funds allocation. like all the ratio analysis, all the calculations required, and market analysis, competitive analysis, the risk mitigation processes, the cash flow and funds flow statements, the profit and loss statements, everything which is required to be submitted to lenders. Then I'll write the project report should be created in a tabular format, focusing on 3 years of projections. Full stop. I also write that also suggest the government schemes and policies of which I can use for the benefit of my business. Full stop. Then I would write that suggest all the licenses, permissions, mandatory for my profession, and enter. You'll be happy to see the result. Now your history will be updated on that AI, and you'll come across a very professional answer from the ChatGPT. But at the end, the ChatGPT is an AI, not a natural human. You need to find out, is it actually relevant for you? And for that, you need to have the knowledge of the profession. Do the customized changes in that and then use it for yourself. So this is how you can use prompts for your resume creation. You can use prompts for mock interview. You can use prompts for finding out the questions what the interviewer are asking today. Also, you can customize the prompts as per the industry specific. For example, if you're going for a PSU, the prompt would be different. If you are going for oil and gas companies, the prompt would be different. If you're going for FMCG sector, the prompt would be different. And this is how you can customize according to your need. This is called the art of using the ChatGPT prompts for your success. Ladies, use it properly and be ready. One more area you might apply, and I have faith that you are aware of that area, but there are a lot of people who are not aware, and that is called that you can become a commissioned officer in the Indian Defense Forces. You can become a commissioned officer in Indian Air Force through AFCAT, AFCAT. But your maximum age should be 26 years and you should be unmarried. So this was one opportunity which I shared. How many opportunities you are aware of, which quite possible not many people know. You can go to different forums, find out the exams you can appear after clearing your CA or after a gap of some years after becoming CA. There are a lot of opportunities waiting for you. Are you ready for that? Some more areas which I can cover is be resilient, be adaptive. Because when you are resilient, you can bounce back. And if you're adaptive, you can take a lot of things in your mind. You can build those skills in your personality. And this showcases your readiness towards your profession. And if you took a pause, I believe you're never behind, because it was just like building something which was invisible. Because good things takes time. Good things take time. You are very valuable. Believe in your story. I remember one story, a friend of mine, she took a pause of career. And then one day she thought, I need to restart my career. I need to do something for my profession, for my betterment. She was a mother, she was a wife, and she was in a joint family. She had a lot of responsibilities. And husband was very supportive, family was very supportive. They said, yes, now start your career. And this is how she started. Although it took her time, but the thing she did first was she upgraded her knowledge. Because when she took a pause, she might have left something which she was not aware of. And there's no shame in it. We can't know everything. There are a lot of things I'm not aware of. I'm not having shame of that. But yes, if I want it, I need to upgrade it. This is what HR actually requires from your side. Are you adaptive to new changes? Are you the one who can become the torch bearer of resilience? Are you the one who can bring lot of positive balance, figures to the balance sheet, not only in terms of tangible, but in terms of intangible assets as well. And I'm very confident that yes, you all have those qualities, those traits, those skills in you. You have done this in your past, and today you're going to do it because the future is yours. Go and embrace it. It was wonderful interacting with you all, and we are left with 7 minutes now. So, over to our friend at ICI.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful session again. Second session, one after the other, on expectations of HRs from chartered accountants. This was a very dynamic, refreshing, and wonderful session backed by an impressive PPT. Thank you very much to both of these speakers on behalf of the Committee for Members in Industry and Business and joint partner of the program, Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. Thank you very much, both the speakers. And for the members who are lined up for the interviews tomorrow, for them, I must mention 2 helplines in case they need anything from CMIB for any help. Please note down the email ID, experienced CAs. It is S after CA, experienced CAs at ICAI.in, or they can contact us on the helpline mobile landline number. It is 011 3011 0491, and another number is 555 in the last. I'm repeating the number again for their help. 011 3011 0491, and another extension is 555. So I believe we should now formally conclude this session. With this, thank you very much, both the speakers, and best wishes to all the members who are scheduled for their interviews tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining with us.
Thank you, and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best to all the participants.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.